Our gel electrophoresis lab, we are investigators that are trying to figure out where legally poached elephant tusks are coming from so we can learn about and prevent the large amount of poaching in select areas. For this, we will need to learn about the different biological parts of the elephant to help in the search to save more elephants. Unit 1, Chemistry of Life. There are 4 macromolecules that aid in creation of life. These are carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. There are 6 elements that make up macromolecules: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. Macromolecules make up DNA and help replicate it. We use the DNA to find out where the tusks are from. Unit 2, Cell Structure and Function. Mendelian genetics are the foundation of the study of genetics. Alleles are one of the most important parts of genetics. These are like big A and little a. Molecular biology of the gene is how DNA is read and duplicated. These include the enzymes in replication, transcription, and translation. Alleles can be used to find populations that have similar alleles that could tell us similar organisms. Unit 3, Energy in the cell. ATP is what supplies most cell functions. Energy is taken out of its environment through photosynthesis and cellular respiration, and ATP aids in the duplication of DNA, which is possible to be used in gel electrophoresis to find related elephants. Unit 4, Cell Cycle. We have interphase in this, which is 3 stages: G1, gap 1, S, synthesis, G2, gap 2. Meiotic phase is where the cell divides into 2. It has prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and cytokinesis. The cell created by the cell cycle would have the same DNA, and that would be related to the elephant tusks that we would be finding. And then Myelodata C, I did each year, sees the disappearance of thousands of plants and animal species, which we will never know, which our children will never see. I said this, I quoted this as elephants are being so widely poached that many people believe that they're endangered, and that our children and our children's children will probably never be able to see elephants and their beauty if they go extinct.
Unit 5, Heredity, or otherwise known as genetics. Genetics is the study of heredity. Began in the 1800s, Mendel used garden peas to study how traits were passed through to plants' offspring. Researchers studied tuskless elephants to understand why so many female elephants were tuskless. Males' tusks helped find a female partner, very rare to be tuskless. Female tuskless is a normal trait that is inherited. 2 to 6% of normal female population are tuskless. Grew to 50% of females in the heavily poached areas. Tusklessness was a trait that was passed on from the moms who survived. Unit 6, DNA structure/replication and protein synthesis. DNA is used to encode and store genetic material. DNA has a double helix shape. There are thousands of genes that make up each living thing. Researchers studied tuskless elephant DNA to understand if elephant tusklessness was genetic. And there's citations. Unit 7, Natural Selection, or otherwise known as evolution. Natural selection is the idea that the strongest survive. It results in biodiversity as living things change to survive. Darwin's theory of evolution is when genes changed in population from generation to generation. Normally, tusks are helpful to elephants. They are used for digging for water, stripping tree barks, and self-defense. Because of ivory poaching, not having tusks have helped tuskless elephants survive. These tuskless elephants were more likely to have offspring without tusks, so tuskless females would have grown to 50 to 30% of the population. Unit 8, Ecology. Ecology is the study of how living things relate to each other and their surroundings. Living things in nature are all connected, and changes to one thing can have large effects on another. In Gorgonzola National Park in Mozambique, there was a time of civil war. Soldiers were killing elephants to make weapons from their tusks and to sell their tusks for more weapons. More of the tuskless elephants survived and had tuskless offspring. Due to the effects of the Civil War, female tuskless elephants grew to 50% of the population. Everyone's talents and involvement are needed to readdress the damage caused by human abuse of God's creation. Poachers are killing elephants for their ivory. Elephants are God's creation and important part of the natural world. Researchers are able to use DNA and financial research to help track poachers and stop them.